What's up, peeps? Welcome back to Sorrel Plays. I'm doing another video on Food Street, and today we're talking trucks. Generally, the trucks are the best way, or the only way, while there's no events or chef on, to accumulate tickets. In particular, brown tickets and silver tickets. You can only get them from the events, and we can't really afford to send trucks away, but it's one of those things where you get your truck and you have a look at it and you think, oh, just want to send this one away. I'm here to try and help you not send them away. So let's have a look at this truck, and we'll talk about the ways in which you can help yourself complete trucks a little bit easier, and also make sure you actually get them done rather than do all the work and then the truck leaves before you've finished it. And the less trucks you send away, the more tickets you'll get, obviously. So let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, this is a good example of a truck that normally the first thing you do is think, oh, too many enchiladas, I need prawns, rice, you know, the usual. Difficult. It is quite a difficult truck. It's not a silver ticket, so it's not the worst, but I just want to demonstrate that, you know, the way in which you do a truck is actually the way you're going to get them done. So let's have a look at the rice first. Usually the crops are the easiest things to do. In this case, obviously it's rice, so it might not be, but we can get planting if we don't have enough. Oh, good news. We've got 16 rice, so we don't need to request any of that. So straight away, let's pop those on. And we'll even have a few left over once we've put them on the truck, which is always nice. Right, we've got no prawn skewers, so we need some prawns. We'll check if we've got any in a minute. We've got one enchilada. Now these, they don't take long to make. They are 20 minutes each. We've got some chicken, we've got the tomatoes, we've got plenty of wheat, so let's pop those on straight away. Go back to the skewers again. See what's going on with those. Okay, we've got 2 prawns, we've got 2 chili, exactly enough to make just 2. I haven't picked up my crops yet, so we've got some garlic. We're going to need some chili. Before we start planting any chili, I'm inclined to say don't plant any, because you're not going to even be able to make your first 2. Of course, if we did plant them, they would take 4 hours to make, but you're only going to get 4. Okay, I'm not going to be planting those at the moment. Let's go back to the prawn skewers and pop 2 of those on. So we need to start thinking about making some prawns. We've got the seaweed, so let's get some prawns on. So we've got 3 prawns on. That means we can do 1 more of these boxes plus 1 skewer, but our problem is going to be the chili. Enchiladas, let's just quickly go back to those. Let's put some chicken on. Oh, I've got some chicken on already, so we're just going to keep making more chicken so that we can get on with those enchiladas. So where do we put our hands? Now, we're going to have more problems making the skewers, but there are more enchiladas to make. They take a lot less time to make. Let's just look at the times again. 55 minutes on the prawn skewers, not too bad, but we also need to make prawns. So I think we're going to be, the skewers are going to be more time consuming. Now, thinking about where to put your hands. Generally, as a rule, I mean, trucks are personal challenges, and I don't like to scare people off, and you know, you don't want people bearing the weight of your truck, as it is your truck and they've got their own trucks to do. and you don't know whether they've got their stoves free or whether they have what they need to make the stuff for you. So generally you have to try to kind of lighten the load a little bit when it comes to asking for help. Now, as it is the prawn skewers we're going to have trouble with, do we request those or do we put hands on those? If we request prawn skewers, we'll get 4 if, we'll get up to 5, but we'll get 4 if other people have them and we're already making some and, we're happy with 4, but we could get 5. We've got 2 on, so that would complete all our prawn skewers. And then if we put hands on the enchiladas, they're not too difficult to make. So if somebody's already got a few, or they actually feel, okay, I'll make all 4 of those, 20, 40, 60, 80 minutes to make 4 enchiladas. So I think that we should request prawn skewers, and because if someone's got 2, they can still send you the 2 they have. And I think we should put the hands on the enchiladas, even though they are going to be difficult to make. But if you don't get anyone putting them on your truck, they're not impossible to make, because chicken's easy to make and we've got the rest of the things we need. So I think putting the hands on the enchiladas is probably a better bet. You put hands on the 2 boxes, you only have to make 8. I think we can manage 8. We've already got the first 4 on, we just need another 4. So let's do that. Let's put hands on enchiladas. And rather than request chilies, we're going to request skewers. So there it is. In the meantime, we need to plant that free chili and the free garlic. And if we don't get all the skewers through, at least we're going to have 4 hours, and we're going to have 2 garlics in 2.5 hours. Let's plant these onions and a few other things. So I think that's in hand now. We're just going to carry on making our enchiladas, got prawn skewers, and in the meantime, if anybody can help us with chilies, we can always buy those. Let's check the world as well, see if there's anything on there. It'd be nice if we found some chilies or some skewers now. Okay, nothing on there. Okay, so I've got all my functionals ticked because I've just got up not long ago. So let's sort these out and see how much money they give us. This is most of them. I did this one. So let's start with, okay, we're not going to give the chicken on that one for now because we need those. Let's make some bread. Also, another tip just before we move on. When you put hands on your truck, the public could help you as well. So if you sell a couple of things, right, what can we sell? We're going to need the pancakes for our functionals in a minute. We'll sell some wheat. So if you just occasionally pop stuff on, so you appear on the market, then anybody who sees your place will hopefully come and check what you need, and they might even be able to fulfill those hands. Let's just collect all our money and see where we end up. 90,000 already, that's good. I've had to put some of my functionals away into the extra layout. When I decorated, I just thought, oh, got too much stuff. Okay, we didn't need to even pluck any apples. Need some milk. I was quite lucky last night with my truck. I had so many of those udons on there. And I sold a couple of things, and someone off the world done both boxes. That was 8 udons, which was fantastic. I need a cheese here. Oops. Oh. Gonna be quite fiddly. That's nearly all of those done, I think. Apart from we've pressed the ticks on some of them but not being able to fulfill them, so we just wait for some bread. Where was that one? Was that one? One more soup for there. Okay, so this truck, the problems it's going to give us is chilies at the moment, but if we wait, I mean, it's going to take a good hour before someone can give you a prawn skewer. Everyone's up at the moment, so it's a good time to be requesting. If you do end up having to do it on your own, you've got 10 hours to do it. So if you need extra chilies, which no one can provide, that's 4 hours for the 2, and then another 4 hours for the other 2, which will give you 2 hours to make the last 2 prawn skewers. But, you know, calculating this, we are going to need the help with the prawn skewers. If we don't get at least 2, we're going to be stuck, which might involve using some gems to make your chilies grow a bit quicker, and buying chilies from somebody. Now, as I've mentioned before, second accounts help in this situation. If you do have a second account, you could be making some enchiladas on the other account. If the level's high enough, you could be making your prawn skewers, or simply just buy some chilies. So that's what my backup plan is here, which is why I think having a second account is a very good idea. I've got some chilies on there, and if I can't get the help with the skewers, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be either making the skewers on the other account or buying the chilies. But I'm sure somebody on your group's going to have a couple of extra chilies. We need 4 more, really, in order to make 4 more skewers if we don't get any help. And we also need some garlic. Just check if Stella's got 2 garlic. That's really good. So 2 more chilies would make 2 more skewers here. And that's where, you know, you'll have to ask your group to help you out. If you don't think you'll be getting that sort of help, or no one else is that sort of level, you would have to just replant the chilies before you make any skewers at the beginning. I've obviously put mine on because I know that there's going to be people around to help. So it depends on your group as well, which is what you need to evaluate at the beginning. So let's make sure this chicken, yep, the chickens, just keep topping up, making more chicken. Let's just check how we're getting on with the truck. Right, we've got 1 more enchilada in 6 minutes. We can put that straight on. No one's helped our truck yet. We've got 1 skewer through the requests. I'll just thank the person. Another minute till we get the next one, the skewer, so we can put those on the truck. So we've got a skewer ready, and with the one we received through the request, we pop them on the truck. One more minute for that fourth enchilada. So 33 minutes more for the next skewer. Our enchiladas are ready. We can put the fourth one. We can put them all on the truck. Check the requests. We've got one skewer there. Let's thank the person again. Let's get another enchilada on. So in 33 minutes we will be able to put the second lot of skewers on, and then we're just going to need 2 more. So it's working out well. Let's keep making this chicken. The other tip for doing requests is it always helps to check what other people have got. You know, what they're requesting. If they're requesting the same thing as you, you know, if they've put their request up before you, it's better not to put the same request up. So you could request prawns or chilies instead. So you don't reduce the likelihood of them getting it, or the likelihood of you getting the thing that they've requested, because people aren't likely to have that many of the thing you've requested, so that always helps. Sometimes if their truck's already finished and then you do a request of what they've requested, it's a good idea, because if some people didn't manage to send them the request and their truck's already finished, they'll send it to you. So now that we've had 2 skewers through the request, our problems are halfway through going away. So basically the chili that you planted will be ready in time for you to make another 2 skewers, so we're not going to have problems, and we're not going to need to use gems to do the last 2, which is the danger we were in at the beginning. The prawns are all on. We've got another 10 minutes for the next prawn. Obviously, if you want to get your truck done a little bit quicker, you could skip the chili with gems. But 2 hours and 45 minutes and then another 55 minutes on top twice, you'll still be within the amount of time you've got left on your truck to do the last 2. So we are out of the woods now. We've had help on our truck now. Someone's done the enchiladas, which is great. Let's thank the person again. I've also made her some drinks, but someone's done it. So we just need 8 enchiladas now. So I have managed to do the 4 enchiladas from my second account, and all my enchiladas are ready. I'll put them on, and we've got a couple through the request. We've got 1 more on, so we just need 1 more prawn skewer. Oh, yes. That's it, so we're just waiting for our last one now. Our prawns ready. So if we hadn't have received that last one through, we'd have to wait 2 hours and 25 minutes for the chilies. Lucky we don't have to do that. So we're just waiting for the last one, and this truck will be ready to go in 11 minutes. So we've got our last skewer ready, and we're just going to pop it on the truck, and that's all done.